Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us at World of Pets podcast. We love having you here on a weekly basis. And we want our pets to live as long as possible, but we want that to be a good quality life. So to that end, we on this podcast explore all things about pets and animals so that we can have them around for a long time, but they are living a quality life. So again, thank you for joining us. Take it away, hosts.
Welcome to World of Pets podcast, internationally known as debspets.com, is the
David.
of health and wellness, by the way. And I have the privilege of the amazing Anthony as my co-host tonight, and the founder of this channel, my amazing Debbie Hayes. So,
Right.
I'll let you lead in, Deb, because it's your job.
Well, thank you. All right. Yes, everybody, thanks for having us this evening. And David knows I'm going to turn it back over to him for a minute because we are going to talk about Coriolus versicolor mushrooms for pets, but also for humans. And our wonderful Peyton Pooh that hasn't been with us for a while now took them, and so did David. So he's going to start us out with a testimonial.
Yeah, so Coriolus versicolor mushroom through debspets.com actually is proprietary. That's the word. Proprietary harvesting method that we have, and what its purpose is to boost your immune system. It can seek out and destroy things that you don't even know that you have a problem with. Um, they've what I would say is like 60, I think it was 60 studies or 40 studies or 60 studies where they actually confirmed that it can actually fight cancer. So that's on my list. That's the most important. And that's in humans and dogs, by the way. So I had the experience of Peyton Pooh, and he had started tumors growing, and I started giving him the treats and the mushrooms I was taking myself. I noticed a very fast reduction in the tumors, by the way, in Peyton. Now, I didn't have tumors, but what I was on was a weight loss journey. So between that and what is it, the lion's mane that's the extra mushroom in the other supplement, Deb, is that the one? The Enforce Plus? Is that lion's mane?
There is a lion's mane, yes, clarity.
Yeah. So when you combine those two, you actually can start
That's got Reiki in it. Reishi.
accelerating. Yeah, Rishi. Yeah, you can accelerate your metabolism, but it brings into um, specifically immune system deficiencies that you may not think. You may think you eat healthy, but you're not. Right? It like fills the gaps, I guess is the best way that I could say it. And I saw results in my dog and myself. So I will say that. Anthony, do you have anything to add to that?
No. I'm just thankful that we were able to bring back the OG today. I know that, the results that you've talked about and your weight loss journey have been incredible, but also the way that they helped Peyton.
Yeah.
We did have a cat that we briefly used some of the products on, but by the time we got the products, the cat was way too far, unfortunately, advanced in its illness. And we didn't want to delay the inevitable any longer. And so we lost that cat, but it had nothing to do with the product. The product probably gave us just a little bit more time with the cat.
For sure. So, Debbie, I know you have a lot more stories related to this. So let's start with the most significant one. I know we've talked with many of the people of the company that were founders that saw significant results, not only in their pets, but also in themselves. Debbie. Debbie, direct
Yes.
questions.
All right. I'm going to ask everybody to imagine for a minute,
Hmm?
pardon me, that it's thousands of years ago that we're in the Far East. That's where they have the most potent Coriolus versicolor mushroom, not me, are out hunting. Don't even have horses yet, but we've got dogs. And one of the dogs gets sick or gets lame, some kind of issue. And the hunters are afraid they're going to have to put the dog down. But they see the dog going over to the bark of a tree, and it's got this fungus growing on it. And the dog is drawn over there and starts eating the fungus. In a few days, they notice that the dog no longer has the issues. That is the power of the Coriolus versicolor mushroom, allowing the body to heal itself.
Right.
So now imagine that it's about 1,000 years. So now we have horses, still have the dogs, we're on our hunt, and the horse goes limp. The horse is having issues, what we would now call Cushing's disease, where there's an issue with the hooves, there's an issue with the walking, etc. And usually what we've thought in the past is that there really isn't anything that can be done about that, that you have to pretty much have to put the the horse down pretty quickly because it isn't mobile anymore.
Right.
So same thing. 1,000 years ago, the horse is becoming lame, goes over and eats the fungus off of the tree, and they notice in several days that the horse is feeling okay. And I feel like that's probably what happened, and that they said, okay, if it's good for the animals, it's going to be good for us as well.
Right.
So while we don't have, I know I anyway wasn't there 1,000 years ago.
I don't know, Deb.
I will say that within the last couple of years, yes, sir. What?
I made it funny. That's all.
So within the last couple of years, thank you, there was a horse in Boulder City, Nevada. He was a police horse, and he got Cushing's disease. So he started making the horse biscuits made by the Deb's Pets parent company. And in 4 days, the Cushing's disease was gone. So same scenario that I had you imagine, only this one is a true story.
Right. Well, they're all
2
true
weeks
stories. By the way,
after,
that's just a story that you got to experience, and that's what's amazing about it. It's like you got to be a witness to that.
yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
So the follow-up is that a few weeks after he started feeling well from his Cushing's disease, the Shania Twain was in town, and riding a horse in a parade, was taken to that particular stable, pick out any horse she wanted to ride, and she picked out Odie, which to me said, that's great that he got well from the Cushing disease, but also his temperament, because I'm sure she would not have chosen a horse that didn't have good temperament. So unfortunately, he did die because he was older, but he did have that great success with the Coriolus versicolor mushroom and the Cushing's disease.
Yeah, it was
Okay,
amazing
David?
to watch. it was amazing to watch the tumors shrink on Peyton, even in his older age, when most dogs get them, and then you take him to the vet and for a checkup, and they keep getting bigger and bigger, and the fur starts to fall off the tumors, right? Well, he never got to that point because I got him on the mushrooms, and they started to shrink and shrink and shrink. And he had so much energy at age 16 that literally couldn't believe the profound effects that versicolor Coriolus versicolor mushroom had. And it had profound effects on me too, because it really helped me when I decided to make a decision to get healthy. So the same product worked on me just like it did on Peyton Poo.
Right. Oh, you working the dog biscuit?
Yeah, no, he had the dog biscuits. I was actually breaking up the capsules into his food too. He didn't know it. But the biscuits were good. The capsules were good for both of us.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So that's good. That was my point, that you were taking the capsules, but it is a benefit that the capsules open up.
Well, I ate the dog
so that you
biscuits
can
too, by the way.
Give them to your dog, or if you have
I did. I ate the
an
dog biscuits.
unusual, I mean, I've got,
People wanted
pardon me?
proof. People wanted proof that the dog biscuits
So,
were human quality grade food. So I would eat them in front of them and then share it with my dog. Like, they're not human quality. I'm like, I'll eat it right now. It's peanut butter flavored. It's delicious. They're good dog biscuits. They're good for their teeth. They're good for the digestive system. They're good for everything. I mean, it had literally profound effects on my dog. And when I think he was, if I'm doing the math correct, he'd be, here's giant Peyton Poo. All right, we have a guest on our show tonight. This is giant Peyton Poo. I might have to take my background off. And there's also
Hi, Peyton Poo. Hi.
Giant Peyton Poo. If you guys know my dog, this dog has saved me. All right, so he's Peyton Poo's second existence, by the way. If I'm trying to get the camera. Peyton. All right, his name is William. His name is William, by the way. But he's 3 times Peyton's size, and he's been my cuddle bug the whole time I've been down in Florida.
Now, 3 times Peyton's size. Is that to scale, or is that like
almost to scale? Like,
okay.
He's a middle-sized pit bull mix.
Nice.
But he looks just like him. Anyways, hey William, come here. Bill. I don't know where you get Bill out of William. All right, there it is. Can you guys see it? Oh, dang it. I hit a wrong button. Hold on. I'll be right back.
You're there, bud. We see you.
He's a badoosh.
I will,
He's been a lifesaver. Not gonna lie. Literally sleeping under my legs at night. He chewed up my hoodie last night, by the way. That's facts. Just like Peyton Poo used to do. He would chew up parts of my clothing. So, but it's because of the love of pets that we do this kind of stuff, right? We want them to live long. We want them to be their own personality, right? I'm really sorry this is unstable, but I'm outside in Florida, not anywhere near my house in Colorado. And that's also why I have a bigger head. It's a competition now. But I know it's silly, but I can't tell you enough. I mean, the products, you go to debspets.com, seriously, there's so many different things. All right. And she has options like if you're looking to branch out into something else besides just pet stuff. If you're looking into maybe tea tree oil or some other topical stuff like that, she can direct you to another site for that kind of thing too, because I still use that. But that Coriolus versicolor mushroom is super important. And I use lion's mane and other stuff. I mean, you get mushroom coffee, sure, that's good. But you have to make sure it's sourced right. Okay, so where you get it at debspets.com, that's a very, very specific process that you can't find anywhere else. You can't.
So, David, when you talk about lion's mane, it kind of reminds me of, it sounds like a Dutch Bros drink. Like, are you going to Dutch Bro to get lion's mane and
you have to be an Irish
tiger's toe? And what else are you getting there? Like,
you have to get
baby's vomit. Like, what are you getting there? Like,
I'm getting an Irish mane on St. Patty's Day. Deb, what do you got? What else? Expand, please, because you know more about it than I do. You talk about it more than I do.
Yeah, I just am I still cutting out?
Not currently. No. You're just a little delayed.
Okay. So I wanted to share Zenta's story. Mm-hmm. Zenta was 14 and they took her to the vet. The vet wanted to put her down. I mean, Zenta was a hot mess. She had growths the size of a human fist. Her hair fell out. Autoimmune disease. She couldn't stand to be touched, which was an issue because there were 2 puppies in the household. She couldn't even stand for her human parents to pet her. So at the vet goes 14 and a half, no problem. You've given her a great life. You don't have to be sorry about putting her down. They went home, put a little post on Facebook, and somebody asked if they could come over, friends of theirs. And they said, we're just beginning to market products that have the Coriolus versicolor mushroom. Would you be open to giving those to her? And they thought, you know what, why not? Let's try it. Excuse me. So they gave her quite a few in the beginning because she really liked them. And on the 4th day, she jumped on the couch. Mm-hmm. So there's that 4 days again. That's at 4 days for the Cushing's, 4 days to get Zenta to jump on the couch. And then she stood there and looked at her dad like, why aren't you petting me? And he did. And she was able to be petted without having that sensitivity. And she lived for another 4.5 years.
It's amazing.
On the human side in that family, her human mother, pardon me? Did you have a question or comment, David?
I don't know. Did my mic drop out?
A little bit.
Because it went to text. I don't know why.
A little bit.
All right. I think
a little bit, yeah.
Okay. I was trying to show giant Peyton poo.
I guess Deb, I can ask a question on
she lived another 4.5 years after that. I can't hear myself cut out, so you guys will have to help me out here.
Yeah, we're all in and out tonight. I don't know what it is.
Another 4.5 years, yeah.
Okay.
And that's amazing.
So what happened with these, it is amazing. And a good quality life. Like swimming in the lake, going on long walks, playing with kids and other pets. Lived until 19.5 years, which is really old for a husky.
Yeah.
Really old.
But what happened with the parents that were seeing these pets have a success was they were like, wait a minute, what about me? You know, what about the human side? And so Zenta's human mom had 5 autoimmune diagnoses, and the doctors all swore she would be on medications for them forever. And she's now on no medications. She takes the human Coriolus versicolor mushroom and is getting along very well. So I'd like to share just a couple of things, and I do have a course on the Great Discovery about the Coriolus versicolor mushroom. It was actually done with with Zenta's dad, Kurt, telling the ins and outs of why the mushroom is as powerful as it is. But just a couple of things tonight. Number one, most of the mushrooms only have one polysaccharide, and this mushroom has two. One of them is almost exclusively to allow the body to heal itself from catastrophic illnesses. And the other one does that a little bit, but it also helps boost the immune system. It's called polysaccharide crestin and polysaccharide peptide, PSP and PSK, if you see them in abbreviation. And it's amazing to me, but those actually fit into the white blood cells, which is why they're able to be so successful with their immune support. So another thing is the harvesting. We talked about that a little bit. The fruiting body is the part on top, and underneath is the mycelia, and the mycelia is more potent. So it's more expensive to harvest, obviously, because you have to dig it up from below ground, but it does make the product work better. We also harvest very young. The specifics of the harvesting are proprietary, so we don't even know what those are. And then the other thing is toxicity. When we imagined being out hunting in the Far East thousands of years ago, it wouldn't have been a toxic environment at that time. So the fact that the animals or even the humans were eating it off in the wild would have been okay. Now, if we went to eat it in the wild, it would have drawn in the toxins that are in the air. So the products are grown in a controlled environment. So that's what I wanted to share, and I'm very sorry that we've been cut out here. We would elaborate a little more if we weren't cutting out. But what comments and questions do you guys have?
So, Deb, I don't have any questions myself. You and I, like David and I, and all of us have talked extensively about this. But let's just say that you're talking to somebody, a potential customer, and they want to know why this method of helping and aiding dogs, I guess you could say medication, is not more mainstream. What would you tell them?
So, okay, can you restate your question, Anthony? Sorry.
Why are the mushrooms not more mainstream? In other words, why would like your vet not prescribe these, but maybe prescribe a different medication?
Right.
What's the secret that you guys have? Are you the only ones allowed to sell
Some
them?
vets. No, there is an affiliate program.
Okay.
So there are some vets that do offer the mushrooms. There are some that choose not to. And like you were saying, mainstream, I think just like with doctors, the vets, some of them want to focus on mainstream products for whatever reason. I'm sort of away from that.
Right. It's kind of like
I think a friend of mine solidified that for me last week. Yes. Last week I went for a stem cell treatment, and I was very lucky because my friend went with me, and she's a nurse practitioner.
Yeah.
So I felt like I've got somebody here that I know can ask the right questions. And her comment to me when I was like, sort of waffling because it's expensive and not covered by insurance. And her comment was, I feel that anything that's not invasive is better.
Yeah.
And obviously going to the hospital and having a hip replacement is a lot more invasive than having an injection in your hips.
Yep.
And I kept my eyes closed so I didn't see the needle.
That's probably smart.
Yeah.
And keep my right eye closed all the time.
I figured something was coming, David.
I would have been running down the street, right?
No, that's good to know, Deb. I mean, that's a good perspective. And so, is there Anthony, any last words? We're getting close to timing out here, and I know Deb's got some closing facts, but I want you to have your last thoughts.
I just think, like with humans, a lot of us are moving more toward the homeopathic cures rather than the mainstream medications. I know that, when I had different back procedures done, one of the things I was insistent on was that I did not want to live on a fistful of pills for the rest of my life because of the way that they affect your body as a whole and your vital organs and things of that nature. And I think that homeopathic type of stuff for humans, but now also for pets, is becoming more mainstream. It's being looked at more and more and more. And I think that as we do more research and as we look at why life expectancies seem to be getting shorter, people are looking for those alternative options like homeopathic options. And I think it's a great idea.
Yeah. I like the trend. I really do like the trend. Deb, final thoughts?
Yep, I agree. I just appreciate you guys having me, and sorry that we had some technical issues tonight, but we'll be back to normal, and yes,
it'll all grow back.
Appreciate
Don't
it.
worry.
If
It'll
you want to know more about the technicalities, well, if you want to know more about the technicalities, you can go to the Great Discovery and look at my Coriolus versicolor course.
Definitely go to debspets.com.
For a whopping $4.99.
Go to debspets.com. That's all that matters. Go there, and we will network you as far as you need to be networked, by the way.
I'm not sure that's a nice thing to do, David. Anyway.
Well, ask Giant Peyton Pooh. Ask him. He says so.
So that's debspets.com, DEBSPETS.com.
And your final thoughts, as usual, sir.
Yes, well, finally, Deb, thanks for coming back. It's always great to have the OG on the show and to be able to have Deb do her thing. We always appreciate that. But as always, we just want you to know that you are loved and cared about. We care for you. We're here to do anything that we can do. Don't know what we can do, but we want to try. So if you need anything, please reach out to us. As always, we'd rather have that 3 a.m. conversation than to hear your name in the headlines the next morning. So please, please, please reach out to us and let us see if we can't find some way to help you.
That's absolutely right. God bless you all. See you next time.
See you next time.
Thank you. I'm glad that you joined us for At World of Pets podcast. We would like for you to take a look at what our sponsors have to offer, and that sponsor is debspets.com. You can access it through the QR code, or you can just go to the website. So thank you for joining us, and hope to see you again next week.